Hi, this will be a brief demo on how to access and use Google Classroom for your OLLI at UAH courses. Before we get into the actual software itself, I do want to go over 5 things that you need to be aware of just to actually use it. Number 1, you must have a Gmail account. It is Google's world and we're all just living in it. And if you want to access Google Classroom, you have to do it via a Google account or a Gmail account, however you want to say it. So if you don't have one of those, you can just Google the term Gmail and it will walk you through the process of signing up for one. If you already have one, you're good to go. That's the one that you can use to access Google Classroom. If you don't have that on file with us, like when you actually use it to log in to register for your classes, you can go ahead and inform us in the office that you do have one and we can update your email address. That way, when the notifications go out about Google Classroom, it'll go straight to your Gmail and then you can just click on that link and log in, which I'll kind of get to in a second. So again, you must have a Gmail account to access Google Classroom. The other thing, one of the other things I should say, is not all instructors use Google Classroom. So don't be shocked if you don't get a Google Classroom notification for all of your courses. It is completely up to the instructors whether they use Google Classroom or not. And they use them to varying degrees. Some people will put assignments and documents and videos and various things on Google Classroom. Some people may not use them that much at all. So just be aware that it's not uniform across all instructors. If you're concerned, you can always give us a call or email or whatever up here in the office to ask if you're going to get a notification, or you can wait until the first day of class and ask your instructor. It's completely up to you. Another thing is that you will receive an invitation to Google Classroom about 1 week before classes start for any of your classes that are going to use Google Classroom. So around a week or so out from the first day of classes, you'll get individual emails for each of the classes that are going to be using Google Classroom. Those emails, I'll go ahead and show you, look something like this. So you'll get an email that's going to come from olli.info. It's what it says in the actual title, and then in parentheses classroom, and it will have let me get that thing off there if I can. Apparently that's not in the cards. There we go. It'll just have this little box in here that says you're invited to join a demo class, or whatever the name of your class is, anthropology, German, music, whatever. That will be right here. You just click this button, you're good to go, and it'll put you in the class. So you should receive an email like that about a week out for each of your classes that are using Google Classroom. If for some reason you expect that you should have gotten one and you didn't, you might want to just check your junk mail. Most of them should go through, especially if you're using a Gmail address, which you kind of have to. But if you're not, sometimes those can go to your junk mail. So you might want to just give that a check. If you still can't find it, just give us a call or email us. We will resend it to you, or we will give you a link or a code to get into the class, which I will go over momentarily. So when you are in your Google account or your Gmail account, there's a couple of ways that you can access Google Classroom. One other way that you can get into your Google Classroom course is your instructors can give you a class code. It will look something like this. Obviously it will be different for a different class, but they can give you this code. You can then go to Google Classroom and manually put that code in to join the class, or they can send you another link via their instructor interface. So if you don't get the email and you're in the classroom and you don't feel like you have enough time to come to the office and all that stuff, you can ask your instructor and they should be able to give you this class code. And I believe, let me check real quick, when you try to put that in, let's open this up, you can just hit this little plus sign up at the top. If you're on a browser, if you're in the app, it's very similar. It just come here, put that class code in, and then that will let you into your class. When you go on to Google, when you're logged into either Chrome or you're just logged into Google itself, you've got the little icons up, or the little listings up here, hyperlinks for Gmail, which I'm not going to click on because I don't want to have all of the mail pop up, and images, and then you've got your little login information. So right now I'm logged into our OLLI.info, and then you've got this little stack of dots over here. It should be 9 dots. When you click on that, it's going to show you all of the Google apps that you currently can access, and some you can't, whatever. All the apps, that's all you really need to know. If you scroll down here, you're going to have one for Classroom. If you click on it, it will take you to a page that is probably far less full than this. So this is all of our classes for this semester, but it'll show you all of the classes that if you are a teacher as well, you're teaching. And if you're enrolled, there will be another tab down here that says Enrolled. So for example, if I can click on the right button up here, let's see how that goes. And I've got it here. So you'll see that on this one, when I'm logged into my personal account here, it is showing me enrolled in one class, which is for this little demo here, the demo class. If you're enrolled in multiple courses, they'll obviously all pop up under here. So you've got a couple of things up here that you can click on. You've got just your home, which is going to show you a different little square out here for each one of your classes, a calendar, which will show you if you have assignments due, and that's probably going to be pretty rare. Most OLLI courses don't come with assignments. I just wanted to put one in here in case you might have one in one of your classes, and I'll show you what it looks like. And then resources, which is not really going to be anything that you're going to deal with for OLLI classes. So let's go over here to the Enrolled tab. You can see you've got a to-do list, which is again going to show you any assignments that you may have due. You can look at it for these time periods, this week, next week, and then after. And then if you click on your class, you can click on it here in the list, or you can click on it when you go home. You can click on it here, and it will take you to a page for your class. And this is what the student view is going to look like. You'll have the name of the class and something up here in the header. Up at the top, you're going to have your stream, which is basically the front page of your class. It will show you all of the information that is being delivered to you by your instructor. Classwork, if you have any assignments, and then this tab will just show other people listed in the class if the settings allow for that. So this page right here is the main one you're going to be dealing with. You'll have a little thing right here that says if you have assignments coming up, and you can look at them from this tab. We'll look at that in just a second. This will usually have messages from your instructor and also any information that they've wanted to post for you. So they will have things like PDFs, maybe PowerPoints, links to YouTube videos, any kind of documentation that they've prepared, notes that they want you to have, etc. will usually pop up in here. And it's also just a way to send messages. So for example, we've just got like a hello, welcome to the class. Here is just a generic kind of thing I put in here just to show you how this works as far as getting documents. So here's some important information, blah, blah, blah. Click on that, and it should open up in your browser. So this is just a PDF that I grabbed and threw in here. From there, you can take a look at that. You can open it up in Google Docs. If they've allowed you to download it, you can. So all of that can be done from there. The other thing that might show up is your assignments, if you have them. So if you click on an assignment, it's going to walk you through this the first time, that if you want to add or create files for your classwork, this is where you do it. So you can kind of walk through this if you would like. We're kind of doing it right now, but that's where you would add, like if this was asking you to turn something in, this is where you do it. You click on that. You can put a file, link to a specific place, docs, all kinds of stuff. It's relatively self-explanatory, and your instructor should go over it with you as well. But this will show you your assignment, when it's due, how many points it's worth. Again, this is rare, but we are going to walk through it. If they've included images, so for example, there's some soup. If they've included links to videos, you can click on them and watch
Hi there,
them
Jamie Keeter today.
right from the browser. So you can see all that. If you want to make a comment on this assignment, you can do so by typing here. And when you're done, you can come over here hit that little arrow, and that will be posted. Now remember, everyone can see this. So just be aware that when you make comments like this, that everyone will be able to see them. If you're turning something in, again, you can add it here and then hit done, and that will submit your assignment to the class. We can kind of click over here or click up at the top to come back to the stream. And you can also make posts here on the front page. So just remember, everyone can see these. If you want to write a message, you can just come in here and do so. It helps if you can spell correctly. There you go. And you can upload, again, videos, files, web links, etc. Learn how to spell. Hit post, and then everyone will be able to see that. So just be aware that when you do write something here, that everyone can see it. Hopefully some of your classmates or your instructor will come in here and give you some help with that soup assignment. That's about it. There's not a lot to Google Classroom. It's kind of just an interface for instructors and students to pass information back and forth. And if you do want to communicate with your classmates, sometimes it is used for that as well. So again, hopefully this helped a little bit. If you have any questions, you can feel free to give us a call in the office or shoot us an email. You can ask your instructor, and we'll do the best we can to help you out as much as we possibly can. So thanks for watching.